Sister Banga.
Woulda dey na the bar, money man don't call na the bar. Hey, woulda dey na the bar, Diamond boy don't drop na the bar. Woulda dey na the bar, money man don't.
Hi Team Fullest. So you guys have watched the other video. I've shown you guys how to apply your foundation. Now I'm going to show you guys how to highlight and contour. When it comes to highlight and contour, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible foundation stick. This is in 250, and I'm going to be using the L'Oreal concealer. This is in 338. So these are the two products I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using sponge to blend out the concealer, and I'm going to be using this small brush to blend out the contour. And when it comes to setting the under eyes, you can use any powder of your choice. I'm going to be using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop setting powder. This is in medium, so that is what I'm going to be using. So this is the highlighter. Is you put highlighter, you highlight the areas that you want to show, you want to stand out, and then you contour the side that you don't want to show. Like for example, we contour the jawline because we want the jaw, we want this side of our face to be snatched and put together. We highlight underneath the eyes because we want underneath the eyes to be a little bit bright and opened. Some people highlight their forehead. I don't highlight my forehead because I feel like my forehead is perfect. It's not big, it's not small, it's okay. I don't need to make it bigger. You can highlight underneath your chin here, and then you can also do reverse contour. So yeah, so let's just say the darker side is the ones you want to minimize, and the lighter side is the one you want to show out when it comes to contour. So I'm first going to start with the foundation stick, which I use as contour. I have been really loving this since I picked this up. Now I have been loving it to do contour. Normally I always use bronzer. So I'm going to take the contour, I'm going to put it here, a little bit on my forehead, and then the jawline. A little bit go a long way because we're also going in with the bronzer. Also the nose. I like to also contour a little bit under the lip. And then I like to go for the jawline. So that is where you put the darkest shade for me. And now for the concealer, I'm going to be putting underneath my eyes, the bridge of my nose, the top of my lip, and also my chin. And I also like to go a little bit just to do that reverse contour. So this is how you set your face for contour. And then now you're going to take it. So you can either choose to soak your sponge or leave it dry. I'm first going to blend the contour. So I'm going to take my brush and I'm just going to make sure you blend it upwards, not downwards. And make sure you blend it very seamlessly, so that you don't have like a harsh line. When you're blending your contour with your hair, make sure you blend it in a way that your forehead doesn't look like super dark. So now I'm going to take the brush, I'm going to like squeeze the brush so that it flattens, so I can use that to blend my nose. I'm just going to smoothly blend everything. And also make sure once you are blending it, you bring it a little bit underneath the jaw. So now that everything is blended smoothly, now you're going to take, you guys can see how the face is already shaping. Now you're going to take your sponge. I first like to blend this reverse contour. So make sure you blend everything smoothly. Yes. I like to go in with my foundation brush just to make sure it's not like super harsh. Yeah. And now I'm going to blend the rest. So now that we're done, now I'm going to take my setting powder. I'm going to set everywhere I put the lighter concealer. That is where you're going to set underneath my eyes. So now we're going to allow this to set a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit of the same powder and I'm going in with our reverse contour, making sure that we make sure everywhere is snatched. So now that this is done, you're going to take your bronzer. I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty bronzer. This is what I'm going to be using, this one. I'm going to use that to just add a little bit of definition on the contour area. So I'm going to take my brush, just a little bit, not too much product as you guys can see. And then you're just going to make sure to intense that contour. Just a little bit. Just going to give that face some shape, because when you apply foundation, the foundation sometimes just makes your face looks flat. So now that is done, now you're going to take your setting powder. I'm going to be using my Makeup Revelation setting powder. This is in P15. This is the powder. I love using this powder. I'm going to use it till it's finished before I buy a new one. So I'm going to take that powder and just a little bit of product, not too much. I'm going to use this to wipe off any excess powder on my face. Make sure you blend the contour, the reverse contour powder, so that it doesn't look like hashy on the face. I'm gonna use this to set my forehead. So as you guys can see, now your face has a little bit of definition. So I'm going to take the same powder. I'm going to use this to contour my nose, just because the bronzer is a little bit too dark. I want like a natural contour look on my nose. So I'm going in with the big fluffy brush. I like to bring the brow line, connect it with the eyeshadow. So what I like to do to make sure I soften the powder and everything, I like to go in with a setting spray just to make sure everything looks nice. So I'm going to be using the Makeup Revelation setting spray. So I first like to set my face, and then I go in again with my highlighter, and then I set my face again. So I'm going to be using the MAC lip liner. This is in Chestnut. I'm going to use it to line my lip. So now I'm going to be taking the NYX lip gloss. I'm going to use these two. I'm going to put this one around and this one in the center. So when it comes to highlight, I'm going to be using today the Jeffree Star highlighter. This is in Goddess. Yeah, this Goddess. It's a liquid highlighter. I've used this a while ago when I use it as an highlighter. It's very, very beautiful. So let's try it again. I'm going to put it, oh, that was too much. I'm gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to take my sponge. Just going to just try it with a sponge a little bit, and then we're going to do like a dabbing motion. Yeah, see how beautiful that looks. You see how beautiful that looks? Just blend, 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 blend. A little bit go a long way, so you don't need that much because it is a really beautiful highlighter. Take a little bit more. The tip of my nose. And then I'm gonna take whatever is on this sponge. Oh, that was too blinding. That was a little bit too much. Let's use the finger to blend it. That was a little bit too much. Yeah, now I have too much highlight on my. Yes. Going to take a little bit on a brush. Take like an easy, gonna take this flat brush, just a little bit on the brush, and then use that on the brow bone. This highlighter is so beautiful. I'm gonna take a little bit as well. Gonna put it in the inner corner of my eyes. When I tell you all this highlighter is blinding, like I'm not joking. So now it's time to set the face once more again. So Team Fullest, this is the finished result with the contour and highlighting. As you guys can see, my face is snatched. You guys can see the definition, like underneath my eyes it's a bit brighter. The cheekbone is snatched. I love the reverse contour. My forehead is okay like this. If you want, you can highlight your forehead, but I don't like to highlight my forehead. So yeah, this is the highlight and contour. So I hope you all like this video. If you guys do, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram, my Facebook like page. All the links will be down in the description box. Team Fullest, heel erg bedankt voor je liefde en ondersteuning. En hoop ik jullie zo snel mogelijk te zien. Peace out. Doei!